Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, March 3rd, 2014. It is the first trading day of the month of March, and the futures are trading lower by about 18 points at the moment. So in the overnight session, you could see basically this morning, futures were lower. They did pop up a little bit, but nonetheless, they are coming back down again. Looks like the problems in the Ukraine, there's conflict in Crimea, and that's probably the main catalyst that's being put out there by the media. But you also want to take a look at the dollar yen chart. So all traders, keep a look at a dollar yen. Dollar yen is lower, markets will go lower. If the dollar yen pops up, I think the markets will recover at least something. It's all going to be about this trade right here. If the dollar yen can move higher, that's where the liquidity comes back into the marketplace, and the S&P 500 will be supported. But right now, dollar yen is lower. The futures are lower. Markets around the world are lower, and that's what we're seeing today. When you take a look at the German DAX, that is down nearly 3% this morning. Most of the major European indexes are down over 2%. You do have the FTSE 100 down about 1.6%, but remember, England can print their own money, so we're looking at an ugly open today. Last night in Asia, you had the Nikkei 225 index finished down 1.27%. The Hang Seng was down 1.5%, but the Shanghai Composite squeaked out a nice gain of about 0.9%. So, look, a little bit of a mixed bag of tricks in Asia last night, but the problems in Russia and the Ukraine are starting to pick up, develop, and we'll see where it goes from here. Again, any resolution over there would probably lead to a market rally of some sort, but I don't think that gets resolved all that quickly. So traders should watch for that going forward. I believe Russia hiked their interest rates because of a plunging ruble, so that's something to take note of. So again, Russia had to raise their interest rates because their Russian ruble was plunging, and that's always a scary thought. If you go back and remember, anybody remembers the Russian ruble crisis back in the late 90s, that was a big problem with long-term capital. I don't think anything like that is taking place at the moment, but these things can escalate and they can snowball rather quickly. So again, be on a little bit of a defensive front here with this type of market. First equity I want to take a look at today is gold, and I never start off with gold, but you take a look at the GLD today, trading above the 130 level. So money piling into the gold market this morning. The GLD closed at 127.62. Today it's trading right at the 130 level. You can see right up here. So spot gold is trading up about $27 at the moment to 13.48. Gold miners are flying as well. Take a look at the GDX. This is the gold miners ETF, and you can see this is trading up at 26.63. It closed at 25.88. So all the gold miners are having a pretty solid move. We'll take a look at GOLD, which is Rand Gold, Newmont Mining, which is another large mining company out here, trading up at $24. It closed at $23.26. So you have some good movement in the gold miners and gold equities this morning. Now, they could pull back if something develops, but right now, gold looks like the safe haven this morning. We'll see how that plays out. I do want to take a look at the RSX, which is the Market Vectors Russian ETF. So this covers the country of Russia as a whole. Right now, this is trading at $22.39. It closed at $24.44. I don't have support on this mathematically until I get down to around $20.50. So there's still some more downside to go in this equity. Around 2050, that's where we will find some support in the RSX today, and after that it's all the way down to 1854. So two support levels for the RSX, if you're gutsy, would be $20.50, and then it's going to be all the way down to $18.54. Both levels may give you bounces, but again, on a day like today, with this kind of news, it is a little higher risk. Normally, I feel very, very comfortable giving out levels, but today you want to be a little bit careful just in case there's some kind of crisis or something of that sort. Looking at the oil market today, oil is spiking on this news as well. Oil is up over $2.18 a barrel to 104.77. So that's a big, big spike on crude. Let's go to the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude. And what you'll see here is that crude oil right now, or I should say the USO, trading at $37.55. This is, a new a new multi-month high. So at least a 4 or 5 month high. So very, very good move for crude oil today. And this is all on the back of those Russian fears. There's a lot of natural gas that's in play as well in Russia and the Ukraine. So natural gas is also spiking higher today. I believe natural gas futures are up about 2.25% at the moment. If you take a look at the UNG, trading up at 2609, closed at 2550. So the natural gas ETF is making a little bit of a move higher. This is all on the back of this conflict, or what is shaping out to be potential conflict in the Ukraine. So again, this is going to take front and center stage for the time being, and we'll see what happens if anything does calm down. But right now, I don't think this gets resolved that quickly. So traders should be a little bit guarded. Just think about it. Nothing gets resolved that fast, especially when it's global news like this. And we'll see if it has more of an effect on the market. Right now, you do have the S&P 500 E-mini futures trading down about 19 points. The NASDAQ futures are down about 37 points at the moment, and the Russell futures are down about 15.5 points. So it's a pretty ugly sell-off this morning, and there should be some good volatile trading opportunities once the market gets started. Mostly, you get a lot of foreign stocks that are down, a lot of ADRs, especially Eastern Europe stocks and things of that nature. So we'll see where it is. I'm not going to really throw out a lot of stocks today because I think it's more of an S&P trade for the most part. So we'll see how this all shakes out and plays out. And we'll see everybody on the charts a little bit later. Have a great day, everybody.